Shout out to my wife.
Mickey's Ice.
Some of you guys out there can't get this in your area.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Fuck you!
I'm the king of the world!
James Cameron, explorer of the sea.
Yes, James, we hear the song.
I'm really not into dreams anymore, okay? I'm into fucking nightmares. You guys with me on that?
Hey, let him cook. You'll feel better. Go ahead.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to We Don't Know What Episode. Welcome back to the only comedy podcast in Tacoma, Washington.
The only Sets Podcast.
Yeah. What's up, boys? I'm joined by my boys, Willie Dean, Diesel.
I heard we're the only one in the state of Washington.
Chill, dude.
We might as well be.
Logies, what's up? Logan Cantrell, everybody.
Dude, fucking
Be great.
in there. How about you?
Doing well.
That's
Fitzy, how we doing over there?
I think
Love
we're
the
doing pretty
headphones. Good look.
Well, they're the shortest one, so I drew the short straw.
I think they're cute. They're downright cute.
We were gonna give them to you, but you look like you're raw dogging it. No headphones.
Yeah,
too?
dude, I don't do that shit. I don't like to hear the sound of my own voice.
He doesn't even know.
So,
You're just
our
like,
guest today.
Who's this Delco asshole just yelling drunken slurs at people?
Yo, come on now. I'm not even drunk for this one, so let's chill.
Not yet. How many Rangers you got in that bag?
That's my first of the day. I'll have you, Dow.
First Ranger of the day?
All right, we're getting too far. Please welcome our guest.
Hopefully you stop shaking the microphones.
Brandon White, everybody. B-Dubs.
B-Dubs.
What up, yo?
B. White in the house, dude. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about getting you on.
3 whole weeks.
Yeah.
3 whole weeks. So we've been trying.
3 whole weeks.
Yeah, how come it hasn't happened yet? Usually, if we ask someone, they're like, "Yes, we'll be here tonight." When do you
He's
want?
too busy.
I was told
grinding.
by one of y'all that another one of y'all was working, and then I was told by another one of y'all that one of y'all doesn't know how to check the schedule, and then you're working.
We're good at communication here.
It's not on me. Long story short, I was like, I have Wednesdays and Thursdays off. Period.
I know, I think
grind, dude. You're doing mics left and right. You're all over the
I
place.
am, man.
people see the final product here. They'd be shocked how chaotic the production is. It comes
They would
off
be
so
shocked.
squeaky clean.
They'd also be shocked at the library of unusable episodes. It's like we haven't released
Did
one
I
in a long
did I hear a
time.
rumor that Logan had to re-record his voice over everything on a podcast? Was that
Allegedly.
Was that Mookie's podcast?
What? No. Like, if you watched the Mookie thing, my voice and my mouth totally line up the whole time.
It's all hearsay anyway.
I was just like, that sounds like a bitch to do. Like, that just seems like a pain in the ass to have to. You got to listen to yourself like 4 times to get it right.
It just proves how dedicated we are to the craft.
The dedication.
And, like,
Yes.
we care about the listeners. And, like, that was the first time Mr. Mookie ever recorded a podcast. Which
That was his first podcast.
That was first off
the coolest
atrocious. That
that nobody has had him on.
Yeah,
that's damn
so
sin.
I wasn't gonna waste that sode. I had to
For sure.
I had to
For
fucking.
We try to be first on the scene.
Yeah.
Mookie's a character too, dude. Mookie's one of my favorite fucking people. In this
He
whole
fucking
scene.
rules.
I could talk to him for hours.
He just
man.
rolls up, and I'm like, today's gonna be okay. Like
Yeah.
you just see Mookie, and he's always coming from somewhere or going to somewhere.
He went up for the... Were you there? He went up for the first time at the new spot right around the corner.
Oh, no, I wasn't
he
there.
Fucking crushed,
Of course
dude.
he did.
Crushed.
Of course he did. He was
In
like,
that
I used to
room.
buy crack on the corner. Like, just fucking moving around, doing his Mookie thing.
Dominating the stage.
Dude, it was a different Mookie. He took the stool. That small stage, he couldn't move around as much, so he just took the stool
Oh, shit.
and was sitting
Subdued
back,
Mookie?
asking girls what their horse score signs are.
Your horse
Four
scores.
scores.
One
horse
time he
scores.
hosted at Nate's, and like it was when Nate's had a list still, like a handwritten
Hell,
list.
oh
And
no.
we learned that dude is like dyslexic as fuck.
Yeah.
Jeremiah
said he has a
Hughes.
learning
Called.
disability.
He looked at the thing and he goes. The name was Jeremiah Hughes, and he goes. I think it says vermin, but I don't think. And he just in the movie where you just vermin. And he goes Vermin Hughes. Is that Vermin Hughes? And we were just like, that's not even close to his name, homie. Not even
It
close.
is now.
He's called me so many different iterations of B White and B Dub and B. He doesn't know what my name is.
Hey, at least
I
you
know
got
he
that.
doesn't.
There are times where he has definitely forgotten my name. Like, 'cause you can tell he's omitting it, like, on purpose.
He just like points at you and he's like, "You, what's up?"
He knows Willie Dean.
He knows that you know him.
Willie Dean.
He just,
Mr. Willie Dean.
he just calls me
Willie,
Neffer.
Never.
Nephew.
Neff.
What up, Neff?
People don't know Mr. Mookie's actually part Japanese. Hello, nephew.
Yeah, go back and listen to the Mr. Moogie episode if you haven't. It's not dubbed over. It all happened.
Yes.
All happened
Before the
live.
round
Some
tank.
nasty rumors that
One-
some asshole is
Who said that to you?
Some asshole.
What
some
fucking
asshole.
lying
They
sack
may or
of
may
shit.
not be in this room with
Yeah, I
us.
bet they had a
Shout out,
dick in their
Matt North,
mouth
number
when
one
they said it.
And my cousin Eric.
Hey, Drew, we gotta
Summerfield Electric, the sponsor.
we gotta re-shout out all the people we gave shout-outs to on the last episode we tried to record, where Zach was absolutely demolished. It was
fell off the
unusable.
Zach's lucky we got
I
an
fell off a
armrest
couch.
on this couch.
I fell off a couch laughing because you guys are just so damn funny. That's what happened. It's nothing to do with that.
It's not because we're so damn funny. It's because you found out when I was in middle school I wore girl pants.
Should we reopen?
That actually
Should we
strikes
reopen
me
the
as
case?
being
I don't know.
100% true. I don't disbelieve that.
No, you don't, do you?
Why would
No.
I?
You have an eccentric style.
B-dubs always
You have an
forget, how old are
eccentric
you?
style. I'm 35.
35? Okay.
So I could
Going
did you
on
guys want me to be
36.
your dads? You're going on 36?
No, you are.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't want you to be my dad, man.
Did you guys know that James and I grew up within like 2 blocks of each other?
No shit?
No way.
Yeah.
You guys went to like the same high school or something?
High school.
It's a couple of years apart.
Oh shit.
Really?
Yeah, we know a lot of the same
It's
siblings.
very strange. It's
Damn,
very strange.
dude.
And I didn't know because like Fitzmaurice, you'd think that's a fucking name you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or
But
just Fitz himself, man. He's a memorable character.
I smoked a lot of weed in high school.
Mm.
So there's a lot of people that.
Yeah,
I
so you weren't hanging out with this fucking
He crossed the
loser.
street over to Hardman Park a few times.
Oh, 100%. Actually, Jewel Park was better, to be honest with
Oh,
you, because
yeah?
you could get back into the park.
Ah.
Nike Park was the
I'm
best.
more of a Nike Park guy.
Nike Park was the best because
Where-
you could go on the fucking trails.
Wait, a
and go
Nike
smoke
Park?
weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nike missile silos. If
What?
You went, if you went up to the one side of the fence, it was like a military
Jewel and Nike,
thing,
what
and if
weird
you, like,
sponsors for
Sometimes
parks.
they'd leave the gate open, and if you, I knew people, they'd try to run, and then they'd get yelled at by the guy, like as soon as they
Oh,
crossed the
no
line.
shit.
Yeah.
But there's missile silos?
Yeah,
Redmond's
it's
a
where the
weird
missile
place.
silos
Sponsored by
are.
Nike.
Yeah, right?
Like
Sounds like
World War
it's
II.
Montana or something.
Because,
And like the
they
best
thought
part
the
is our
Boeing
parents would just
factory
let us
was
go
gonna get
around.
bombed.
Like we could just walk in the woods in the suburbs and nobody fucking cared. They were
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, go
True
ahead.
Americana.
True America.
Fuck yeah.
B-Dubs, I saw, sorry to change the subject on you, but I saw you did your 150th set of the year.
Yeah, I've done
We're
a
in
lot.
June,
So okay, it's not technically 150. Anything over 15 minutes I count as 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like it's more like
you lied.
150. It's a straight up lie. It's a straight up lie. I'm gonna do the total minutes at the end of the year too. The total minutes is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, I don't know.
You do fucking an hour somewhere and you're like, dude, fucking 5 sets tonight, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now, respect you. You grind harder than almost anybody I know, man. Big respect to you.
Try
Hitting
to,
hard.
man.
You-
It's just,
I
I'm
mean, it
addicted to
shows.
this shit.
It shows, dude. You
I'm
fucking
addicted to it.
The growth is apparent.
your knife gets sharper every time I see
I
it.
appreciate that, man. That means a lot.
So what made you do comedy the first time?
First time I did comedy, I had performed growing up in high school and college.
Performed
I was
what?
an actor.
You were an actor?
So
You're a
I
theater
did-
kid?
Theater kid.
Ah,
yeah.
fucking
Okay.
knew it.
Band
Okay.
kid right here.
Notable
You,
production?
you used
Yeah.
to play for us, motherfucker.
Give me
Don't
your
you?
lunch money.
Yeah, Jazz. He's a,
You were down in the pit like a fucking
Jack-
loser.
Dude, I didn't do fucking concert or fucking marching band or symphonic or any of that shit. Jazz band's a whole different thing.
You did only jazz band. You didn't do
Only
anything
jazz
else.
band. Every other person in the jazz band, like like it used to be a prerequisite where you had to like be in
Right,
some other
right.
form of band to get to jazz band, and I was like, that's gay. I don't want to do that. So I auditioned. And I got it.
I was gonna say ours you had to audition for. I don't
This
know if you
guy's
had to
cool
be in
over
another
here.
band, but
The thing
you
that
had
keeps
to
beeping?
audition.
Zach, is that what you're wondering?
yeah.
It's like something's disconnecting and then reconnecting.
Is that not concerning?
It's probably the Wi-Fi.
I think it's the Wi-Fi. There's like a cable that's not. We did some cable reorganization this morning. You might not be able to recognize it, but our
Find
cables
out
are
why.
That
down
being said,
right
do you
now.
have the
Why is
desktop
black
audio
house?
on?
There's fucking cats.
Because-
It's
Oh,
If we find out there's
Kev,
audio
Kev.
issues halfway through, you just switch to hard liquor and just start throwing back shots.
oh, you're
no.
right. So as long as it'll just be coming through the microphone when it does that beep, it should
Okay.
come up the middle.
I'm good.
Well,
Oh,
so
big stoner
what,
over here.
What sort of productions were you in as an actor?
Let me
What's some of
guess.
your roles?
Let me try to guess.
Everything.
Let me try to guess
What
what.
character do you think I played more than any other character?
The wall.
I would play called The Wall. I was in a play called The Wall. I was not The Wall, though.
Were you
Romeo and
Humpty
Juliet.
Dumpty sitting on it? No.
No, sir.
Let's see. I want to say you starred in Oklahoma.
No, didn't do Oklahoma.
Let's see. What about?
I have played a doctor more than any other character I've ever played.
A
You fucking believe
doctor?
that? I've been a fat kid my whole life.
He was in Jersey
like, this
Boys.
guy
He
looks-
played Jersey.
So you played a doctor. They looked at you and you're like, "This guy looks like he's giving out solid health advice."
No,
That's
I was
fucking-
just I've had this voice since I was like 15 or 16.
Could you
So-
sing? Can you sing?
I can. I just
Okay.
choose not to.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You gotta
Pretty
look-
much any actor you know can sing. It's not a hard skill to learn.
He was in. He was
But
in.
you got a
Sing well,
Pavarotti
skip
voice, dude.
He was in Young Frankenbeans.
When is Beans coming out? Speaking of Beans,
dude.
I heard
Oh,
all
dude.
about
Have we
Beans.
heard back from the
Coward.
Tacoma?
Well, sure, we're
I
waiting to
actually
see
have
if we.
not checked that email in a little while.
So
We
we
stay
submitted
tuned
it
for
to the
Demand
Tacoma.
Beans as a community.
We're waiting to see if we can
demand
get it into a
Beans.
film festival.
I will be at that fucking
Exactly,
festival if we
dude.
get into it.
The
I
best-
will show up for Beans and I will
Thank
cheer
you. Thank
hard for it.
At the very least, we just hope whoever had to like screen it, watched it, and was like,
What the fuck?
like sent it around to like the other people. Like, look at this shit,
Film
dude.
This is
snob
the most
dickheads has to fucking
realistic
watch
thing I've ever
They're getting like heartfelt student films about like growing up and shit like that.
Does it
Just
check
like
any of the
Beans.
boxes on the Oscar list? Does it check literally
None of the
any
new
of
ones.
those
None
boxes?
of the new ones where you have to have like 30% gay people working on the. Well, actually, Fitz was on the
Fitz
production,
was
so
on
that
there,
counts.
so you
as
got
30%.
that. You got one
minorities.
check mark.
We
One
got
check mark.
neurodivergence.
That's what the rule is. You have to be either gay,
Cool it, dude.
a minority, or disabled.
Dude, I'm a minority. I'm Irish, dude.
Let's go.
Count it.
Let's go.
B-dubs, what got you into
You used to be
stand-up?
slaves. White slave. One white slave on the couch.
Got me into stand-up was I hadn't performed in a long time. I worked with Ruth Barton at the Redmond High School Performing Arts Center for like 11 years.
The first time you did it, did you go on stage like, I'm Dr. White?
No, I actually the first. Do you guys remember Strangers with Candy?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's an old sketch show on Comedy Central. The first show that I did was an episode that they ripped off of that show. And I played a bus driver that couldn't drive.
Huh.
And the main character, Candy, was a student who couldn't read. So we learned how to do our things together. That's
cool.
the first time I was ever on stage like in like a
Whoa.
legit
That's pretty
capacity.
sick.
And then your first
Wait.
set.
I got a weird tangent that only I will really know about. But so we had this thing called
It's gonna be
Mr.
dynamite.
No, we had this thing called Mr. Mustang.
I was in
Do you
Mr.
remember?
Mustang.
You were in
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm
Mustang.
Mr.
So
Only one with a Mustang here, guys.
No, you're Mr. Stang, dude.
so that could be your first. That could be your
So,
real
no,
comedy.
because
entrance.
that would have been. I mean, yeah, I guess I
But-
did. This is gonna make you guys laugh. I did when we had the assemblies. Did you ever have Mr. Hunter, the guy who said that he would look at everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody in the room. I did him at an assembly one
You did
time.
an impression of a teacher
and
at
then
the
we
assembly.
had it was him, and then somebody else did some. There was like 5 or 6 teachers that we had done at the assembly, so that was like.
But you were like the funny guy in school to get show. So
Yeah.
Mr. Mustang was this thing where if you were the funny guy in school, there was like this show that they'd put on, and it'd be like the 5
like
funniest guys
sketches.
against each other in like a series of like
Roast
5
battles.
different
I did not win.
competitions.
I didn't win.
No?
I just want y'all to know. No, I didn't. I didn't prepare for it at all. It
You're
was
like Ralphie May on Last Comic Standing. They were
Yeah,
looking
no
for
shit.
anything.
I should have won, but mainstream America wasn't ready for a white Lizzo type. All right, let's just say they weren't ready for that. you
That's
know
got to
what
be
I
in
mean?
your comedy bio, dude.
Lizzo?
A white Lizzo.
The first time I did stand up, I had to take my dad. It was at Parlor Live, and I had to take my dad. It was my 18th birthday. They were like, "You can come when you're 18, but not a day before."
Yeah.
And I had to take my dad because he was
It's like
already
being in a
drunk. Because
religious
my birthday's on January 1st.
Nice.
Oh,
And so I
New
had
Year's?
to
You were about to
drive
say
him
January
to the
6th.
show so I could get in with him to do the set, and it sucked, and I didn't do it for like 15 years after that.
Oh, really? That's a
It
long
was
time.
not fun.
But the
You're
return has been you've risen like a phoenix, though, dude.
I appreciate it, man.
You're,
The first time I did a set was at TCC, and I was like, oh, I like this. I
Yeah.
was like, this is fun. This
What-
is enjoyable.
What
Me
bit?
likey that.
Do you remember the bit that like gave you a good response that you were like, all right, I
It
can
was
do this?
the same joke I still do. It's the be white. It's not a nickname. It's not a suggestion. It's just a nickname.
Gotcha.
And then people laughed at it, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I didn't expect people to laugh at anything I'd said, and it just surprised me.
Yeah, that first big laugh's always like, all right. I'm doing this
I
forever
did it.
now.
Yeah, you were just like, I'm good now. Now we're good. And then I've been doing it since, man.
So 150 asterisk sets.
Bastards.
What's been the worst one? We talk about the,
The
bad
worst
ones
one
here,
this
dude.
year? The worst one this year or the worst one in general?
Let's talk about
Let's
the
go
worst one
this
in
year.
general. I want to hear it.
It was like the third or fourth time I went on. And
Where
it
at?
was Game 7 of the NBA Finals in the last 2 minutes of the game.
What year?
This would have been 2021, so it was the one that actually went to overtime in Game 7.
Shit.
What venue? What venue?
It was Town Pub
Okay.
in Seattle.
R.I.P.
Tony Peters used to run it.
So like the game is on.
The game is literally on the TV.
You're in a room where
It's not just people didn't come because the game's on. People are actively watching it.
I had like a 4 or 5 minute set, and 3 minutes in, I turned to the producer and I was like, "Should I just keep going?" And he was like, "You do what you want, man. Like, at this point, you can just do what you want." There was two
Everybody had their
people
backs to you.
that were like right in the front that were like, "We're here for comedy." We were like, "You're the only two fucking people out of this
2
70
fucking
people
dorks.
here."
Forgive me if I've told this on the podcast, but I had something similar to that. I did a set in Pittsburgh. It was during the Penguins playoff game. The game was being projected onto us, onto stage.
There's a reason why you
So
don't.
wait, not even like projected behind you
On
onto
us.
you.
Yeah, they were like, God, they were like making people move.
You
to
were
the left
standing
and
in
the right.
front of the
Yeah.
projector.
should have just-
That's
yes,
so
dude.
awful.
You should have just been
Flickering
doing
so
commentary.
awful.
You should have just been the guy, be like, "Oh," and then fucking.
I'm not that quick-witted, dude.
It was like pretending
Nice
like you were Kenny
skates.
going into the game.
Anyone gets that.
That was probably the worst one that I've ever had. I've had other bad ones though.
I mean, you can't compete with Game 7, dude.
It was
Game
hard.
set's tough.
It was
Dude, our fucking nerd
hard.
shit can never compete with Game 7.
It was hard.
Game one of any playoffs is better than open ones, dude.
We did one at Spuds when Spuds opened. It was the playoff for the Kraken, the first ever playoff game.
Oh yeah.
And those people didn't give a fuck either. They just I literally walked up and I was like, "Do you guys want me to just be quiet for 5 minutes? Because I can do that." If you just
Well,
want to watch
that's. I mean,
this
it's like
game.
any situation where you're trying to throw a show and they have TVs on at the same
Yes.
time. Like no matter
Any
what
of
you're
you
trying.
done Waterland? Have you done Waterland?
Water
Waterland.
wheel.
It's in a fucking
Is it in the arcade? Oh yeah, Waterland
Ooh.
Arcade.
It's
I did do
rough.
that. I did
It's
that one
hard,
time.
man. But I like doing it because it's right next to my house, so like you can't.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
15 minutes away. You know, you can't beat that.
But yeah, there's hardly a stage. The stage is like
Yeah.
in the middle
It's
of
just
the room.
Wait, is that the
On
one?
side.
Is that the one on South Tacoma?
No, it's in Des Moines,
Oh, okay.
Iowa.
I was.
all the way. You guys don't get out to
What's
Iowa
the-
every Wednesday. it's every other Thursday, so you make it out to Iowa.
You guys
What's
even
the
love
one
this
where
shit?
that Asian guy went all kung fu in that chick's pussy on the pool
No.
table?
No, that was in a hookah
No,
lounge.
that was Night Owl.
That's-
What was that? What?
No,
We didn't tell you about this.
remember when that Asian guy banged the lady on the pool table in the middle of fucking?
There's an open mic.
His
I think
name is
Mookie was
Ben-
on
his name is
stage
Ben
while it was
Chang,
happening.
Benjamin
Yeah.
Chang.
Benjamin
That's
Chang.
right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it
Yeah.
Mookie on stage?
I don't know if it was Mookie on
No,
stage.
but I
It
remember.
was,
I remember Steven caught the film.
Stephen Ryan put
Yeah.
the film up. Yeah.
He put it up on.
That
He put
was-
him on blast.
And what's so funny is like Chang went to like an open mic at a different like TCC like a week later,
Yeah.
and like literally went on stage. Was like, so I got to address this thing, and only like 2 people
Only 3 people
had heard of
this
it
whole
before.
fucking- it was like the comics in the back, and everybody else was like, "What are you even
Yeah.
talking about?"
No one knows what you're going. Like this is open mic trial.
He had the energy of Louis on his comeback special, being like, "All right, you want to talk about it? We can talk about it."
And I think he brought the chick too. She
think
was
it
in
was-
the
she's
audience.
fine.
I wouldn't deny it. I wouldn't not believe that. That's fucking funny.
That's amazing.
Well, switching from bad sets, Willie, I heard you had the best set of your life on Sunday. Let's talk about it, dude.
I did. It went well.
It went really well. Yeah. He was very loose. He fucking was riffing. Like he was sticking to his bits, but he wasn't afraid to like throw a random tag that
Is
he
that
just thought
Roastamania?
about. Yeah. They
Yeah.
I like.
They were
doing
a really
the set
good
at
crowd.
Roastamania. It's fun.
were a good crowd.
I know, if they're in the
liked
right-
it. He did great.
It's tough though, because like sometimes at those, it's like the sets, and especially if like the first couple sets they're not into it,
Yeah.
they're just like sitting there, just like waiting for the roast to start. They're just
Yeah.
like, why the fuck are we doing this? I want to see you guys be mean to each other.
Right.
But then
like,
again, like you get like by the nature of the show, like people that want to go to that show like are ready to hear some crazy
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
Of
and
course.
Tommy T and
Got a good
Janice
one.
did really well too. Like,
It was a good crowd,
they
dude.
started-
Hot
What was
crowd.
Janice roasting like? Was she just? Is it just? Like
Janice
a
actually got Tommy with a couple good ones.
Yeah, she really did.
She just goes like really immature. She's
oh,
like,
that's fun.
no,
The two
no.
people I've had to roast were Lynette Manning and Jess Anderson.
There's only gonna be ladies.
Most likable females in the entire scene. I was just like, I'm gonna, and I had to roast Jess on Mother's Day.
Is she a mother?
She was the only mother on the entire
The
fucking
only mother.
show. And I tried it. I was like, I did some mean Mother's Day shit, and then I was like, I'm just gonna do 4 more of these. Just eat a dick for the rest of this fucking roast set.
I got that same text from Norin. He was like, "Hey, I want you to do the roast show, but I'm gonna need a girl for you to go against if you could find one."
It's so sexist.
They're like, "Eat."
Gotta have them.
Yeah.
We'll put a pin in that.
It's a
I'm
tough
not
battle.
getting on any
Tough
fucking
battle.
Facebook pages for any comments I make about that shit.
You're in all the Facebook groups that they would post and be like, "Are we okay with them saying this on their podcast?"
I got spies. Man. I got group chats with secrets y'all don't even know.
You're like that poster about Great Britain where they're like the octopus, reaching into everything.
Dubs
Yeah,
was like
dude.
sweating his whole way over here, like they might fucking discommunicate me just for talking to you guys.
They might, dude. There's snakes in the grass out there, dude.
They slither. They do. They slither.
Nah, everyone's great.
Everybody's the best.
Everybody rules.
And there's never any
Everybody
drama.
Never,
and,
dude.
and everybody's the funniest.
Yeah.
Nobody is not
I've just been
funny.
trying to say a lot.
Everyone deserves a
God
Netflix
forbid,
special.
dude.
Everyone
God
deserves
forbid,
a
everybody's
special.
not funny.
It's the second half of stand-up comedy. It's you got to do two
second half,
things,
yeah.
and somebody can't even do.
I've
This.
just-
I say somebody. There's a bunch of them, but
I've just been
you
trying
can't
to
do
say,
that
like,
second thing.
you know what? That's not for me. No matter how horrifically shitty it is or how much I disagree with it, I've just been trying to
Disagree with what?
Any people who are shitty at comedy.
You say you've
Oh,
been,
yeah.
It's not my
you've
thing.
been trying that, but I've not heard you do that once.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
you are
still
trying.
just a shit ton.
I started this
You are failing so hard.
The diet starts
Put an
today.
asterisk next to that.
I've given out 150 compliments this year.
So I'm
You drinking fucking pounders?
Don't.
You do have problems.
that's documented.
All right, here's.
Ooh,
I was
I
going
like
to make
calling that
fun
a
of your
pounder.
alcoholism, but then
Yeah,
I
we might-
remembered I used to drink 240s and 222s a night,
Ooh.
literally for like 4 years.
What was your 40 of choice?
I used to like the
flavor?
hurricanes and the earthquakes.
Man,
when
have
they
natural
were-
disasters.
Before you could get them, I actually do a joke about
I
that.
bet your toilet
Before
bowl
you-
looked like a natural disaster.
Oh, it was awful. It was not good, man. So yeah, quit drinking or you're gonna get fat as fuck because that's what happens. 4 years in a row, or just switch to like tequila, like switch to a different.
Do
drink.
not do that. Do not do
Is
that.
Is he
Give
not
it
good on
tequila
tequila?
If Zach switches
Is he
to
not good on tequila?
if Zach switches to
Is he
hard
an angry
liquor, this
tequila guy?
podcast is gonna
Bottle of-
shift.
dude.
If
Look,
Zach
let
shifts
me
to
have
hard
my
liquor,
beer.
his liver will shut down by next summer.
A liver's like 6 pounds, dude. Just get it taken out. Just remove that.
Are livers really 6
I don't
pounds?
think it was 6 pounds. I made that.
Yeah, it was a
up,
Will
bro. That
Smith
seems like
movie.
too much.
Yeah.
Was that a Will Smith movie?
Yeah, it's
That's
about
not the organ that
his
movie
wife
was
an
about.
alcoholic and he gave her his liver. I don't fucking remember. I was drunk and I watched it.
He killed himself with a jellyfish.
He
Dog.
didn't slap
there was a
anybody in the
jellyfish.
movie. So
You're watching
that
this
was
thing
not-
about. You're watching this thing about somebody, like, his wife having liver failure because of alcoholism. And you're like, too bad she's a fucking girl.
Pussy. Killing
Yeah.
yourself with a jellyfish is like the most.
Killing yourself with a jellyfish.
That's how he did it. He like put a box jellyfish in the bathtub with him, like bathtub full.
Oh, just kinda
That's
let it
what happened
touch
in
him?
that fucking submarine, dude. Jellyfish got in there and stung everybody's ass, dude.
Did you see? There's like pictures of them. They found the the submersible.
Pieces of it?
Found the
Well,
shit?
they found like the main hall of it,
Yeah.
and they like there's a photo of it like being like
caked
pulled.
in
It's
rich guy.
literally a fucking pancake.
Is it just fucking flat?
It is
Oh shit!
flat Earth, bro.
Shit.
Yeah, they fuck like the
How'd
second
they find it?
they were looking in. Apparently, it was like pretty close to the Titanic. Like they found.
Yeah.
all
They
the
almost
pieces.
made it.
I mean, I hope.
do you think they
I
got
hope
to see
they
it at
saw
all?
it for a second. Like, oh, check it.
Yeah.
I never thought of that till right now. Do you think they actually got to see?
Got
the
to lay eyes upon
Well,
it.
there,
Before they
there were
fucking
hardly
died.
even windows, though, right?
Yeah, like the view isn't
It,
that
it was
good.
a 20-inch porthole.
Yeah, but then it's like the dark.
Well, they
too.
said, oh, well, if it isn't the old wreckage ship, oh, wait a minute, that's not the Titanic, that's the Flying Dutchman.
Oh, shit.
And then they got snatched
Oh,
away.
I was wondering about the shits the whole time. Like,
Well,
Did you see they
How
had a
are they
turlet in
shitting?
there? They had a turlet in there.
kind
but
of.
then where did the shit go?
Just
Out the
into
window.
it.
How long were they supposed to be underwater?
Like,
I heard it was
14
supposed to be a
hours.
2-hour tour.
Right.
They were down there. We are
but they they lost communication like 45 minutes in, and they were dead. like immediately.
Yeah.
There's like they lost communication when they died. I guarantee it.
How do you shit with 4 other people in a little thing? Like that just seems. Why the fuck would you need
I don't
to
know
do
if I'd
that?
be able to.
That's like prison.
Yeah,
Like,
that
it's a
didn't seem
literal
worth
Well,
it.
prison.
Just
you
to
know
have
what?
that-
I bet they didn't shit.
There were no shits. I think
No,
I would
bet
shit
nobody
on there
shit.
just to like as a power move.
Everybody's gonna be so mad
What if
at
you
you
took
if
such
you
a
shit.
gnarly shit? That's what like cracked the hull, and that's what caused the pressure. It was like they're like, this shit's so nasty.
So
we
he's like,
gotta,
Jesus Christ, fuck it, I'm opening the window.
Somebody
no.
Somebody was like,
I can't take
that
it.
shit is so bad, I wish we would die, and then just fucking dead. That shit's so dumb, man, but it's so funny. Every single person I've talked to about that thinks that shit is funny.
It is, I mean,
And
how
it
could
makes
it
me
not?
happy.
It's a laugh riot.
Yeah, you're going to watch like a nautical. You go see like an eerie remains of a nautical disaster.
Yeah.
You know, of these people that did something they probably shouldn't have.
You saw James Cameron talking shit.
yeah, James Cameron
That
was
was
talking
my
shit
favorite
this whole
tweet.
time, so I
That was
had
my
to do it.
favorite tweet. He was like, "You could see that thing on Netflix right now. Like it's you just watch the fucking movie. It's right there. You can see it exactly the way you would see it."
He was also talking about like, yeah, the submersibles I design are way fucking cooler than this one.
He was like, I was in
I
the
bet they
fucking
are.
Mariana Trench, and when I got back, they told me about 9/11. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was
The
crazy.
Mariana Trench during 9/11.
Dude, no, he got pulled out of the water.
Get
He
up
got-
here.
He got told by one of the stars of Titanic. Like as he got up, he's like getting out of the ship, and they're like, "Yeah, it was like the worst terrorist disaster ever." And it's like all documented.
Do you think that he did it? That
He's
just
so
makes me
pissed.
think that he did 9/11. I mean, he has the perfect
Ooh.
alibi. The perfect alibi.
Oh, you were at the bottom of the ocean
I was
where
at the
nobody
bottom
else
of
was
the
around.
ocean. Just
Dude,
going
do you think it was like?
3, 2,
Do you think it was
1.
like Kubrick and they got James Cameron to fake 9/11?
Oh.
They faked 9/11.
And I'm just going to throw a little monkey wrench in this whole thing. You know where they disposed of Bin Laden, right?
See?
Oh, shit.
Very honest trash.
That's where he was living,
Just
dude.
saying.
Good
Just
point.
They were
saying.
just
Again?
meeting up again.
Good luck pilgrimaging there.
Wow, dude, we're about to get like
James
raided by
Cameron
the
faked
FBI.
9/11.
Heard it here on Rough Sets
Heard it on
first,
Rough
folks.
Sets first.
James Cameron is the reason 9/11
I'm
happened.
just saying, perfect alibi. You could not. There's 85 people that saw you do that.
Dude, if 9/11 happened,
85 is pretty good number.
if 9/11 happened now, there would be so many cell phone videos of it that you'd be able to create like a fucking VR experience and do it live.
Yeah.
There'd be because like
There'd be people like TikToking at Ground Zero for sure.
oh
It'd be fun.
yeah,
Just like doing a
Immediately.
dance about like
Hitting the
R.I.P.
gritty,
to the
yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, exactly,
Fucking
yeah.
Ground Zero.
Can't take y'all nowhere.
when I see you again in the arms of nature.
Oh, But Logies, you actually won that roast this weekend, didn't you?
You know it.
Was it because of Tiller's sick writing?
No. Tiller got fucking most of his jokes from Jay Markovitz. He had a fucking.
Whoa, airing him out in
Ooh.
podcasting.
He hired a dusty Jew to call me a dusty.
Oh!
He hired a dusty Jew to call me a
J.
dusty Jew. That's fucked up. No, I mean, like, apparently when I was supposed to roast Jack, Jay wrote a bunch of jokes of being a Jew. He didn't want those to go to waste. So when he
Okay.
found out that Tiller was
Okay.
roasting me, he, like, gave them all to him. And so Tiller had, like, 2 that he wrote. And, like, he was like, oh, dude, I gotta go last because, like, I know what your last joke is and it's gonna be a sick-ass response. And so he went last and his fucking last response fucking sucked.
Hollywood Tillers.
Duh.
Yeah,
Hollywood
little
Tiller.
Can I get one of those fits? Can I get a
We
Coke?
defeated the podcast, dude, by the way.
Yes.
You have to acknowledge.
Submit.
R.I.P.
I
Fathom
heard,
and Friends.
I heard.
Fathom had a heart attack.
I mean,
All right, wind
it
it
just
down.
goes to show there's no room for any sort of other podcast.
be one.
Dude, when your producer leaves, you're in dire straits, is what I've learned.
I know, dude. If Fitz left, we
We're
just
gonna-
have to stop
Just
doing
gotta
this.
get a
We're gonna have to
producer that comes
chain
with a
Fitz,
house,
like,
man.
put a
Get a
fucking
producer
like
that
comes
collar
with a
around him that
house.
kills him if he goes off the property.
We have nowhere to record.
It's like, I'm trying to make a pretty penny in this up and coming Tacoma market.
Oh,
Podcast is
okay.
on dogs.
I think Zach just had a good
wants the
idea.
hat?
No, we need to get them to let us record in the new green room at the new spot so we can get banned again.
Ooh,
I'll
yeah.
never drink it.
That's what will switch Zach to tequila. He'll just be taking fucking shots.
Zach.
Dude, tequila Zach would be a goddamn animal, dude.
I bet if he got drunk enough on tequila, he would just start speaking Spanish fluently. Like, I can see it in your face, dude. You know it. It's in there.
I think if Zach drinks tequila, he like physically just morphs into Anthony Cumia
How dare you?
and
sir.
re-downloads Twitter.
I don't want it to always be them, but it's always them.
Fucking Cumia, dude.
Brandon
Oh, yeah.
White, what's going on?
Maybe you should
Help me,
drink
dude.
tequila. I cannot drink tequila either, man. I'm with you. Tequila is a fucking.
Tequila's
hang-
So
nasty.
you
drink
you
it all?
quit booze and
No,
cigarettes cold turkey?
But booze and cigarettes, pretty booze less cold turkey, just because I heard that shit's bad for you.
Oh,
Like, you
yeah.
can't just quit in a day.
Do you do cold?
It's not good
Do you
for
do coke?
No, I've done coke, not do generally.
So it was mostly the boozing and the smoking. Were you ever like a drug guy? Was that ever
Yeah,
your
I was
thing?
into Adderall. I was prescribed Adderall,
Ooh.
and then I quit taking it because I learned that there were two types of weed in college. Indica, weird enough, dude. Indica, if you got ADD, and it's a hyper-focused type of ADD, if you smoke indica, it works the same as.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like a
interesting.
weird, stupid thing
That's
that your
good.
brain does. Maybe it's
Nice
just an
substitute
excuse to
for
keep
meth.
smoking weed, but
Yeah.
either way, I got through most of college, so.
Logan, have you ever tried weed?
Marijuana, it's bad for you.
Have you tried gay sex though?
I heard if you smoke weed, you want to have gay sex. So, I do want to have it. I have
shit,
tried
he
weed.
wants a gay sex.
Gay sex. I must have smoked. I must have gotten contact high from you guys.
With the air conditioning on, you would think it would condition the weed smoke out, but
No. This is actually, it's not an air conditioner. It's a like a gravity bong. Just blows.
But
in.
the-
we used to have a gravity bong that was like one of the big like the office like fucking
The blue
little
water
fountain
jugs.
things. Yeah, we cut one. We
Nice.
cut the bottom off of one of those, and you could fit like a dub in the top of it, and it was dumb.
Wait,
It was
so wait, that
It's
stupid.
just a waste of weed, basically.
Yeah.
Can't inhale all of it,
Yeah.
possibly.
What was it? Was it sitting in like?
It
in
was
the
sitting
top?
inside of like a big. We had like a big like a cistern kind of bucket, so like a farm bucket. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like way bigger. I think they're like if a regular bucket's 15
The
gallons.
thing
these
about
are 30.
gravity bongs is like it doesn't actually get filtered the way a normal bong does. So it's just this. It's fucking
It's just straight
cruel,
garbage.
dude.
It's just straight garbage to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
rips you off, dude. I
And
want
like
that.
the one that we had, it was so tall that it would force you to take like the whole hit. So you just, and then you could feel.
It's like
you ever
coming out your
taken
ears
such a
and
big? You ever
nose.
like held your breath so long that you feel like the back of your eyeballs?
Oh yeah.
Every time you took a hit with that gravity bomb, that's exactly what would happen, and then you'd just be stupid for 4 hours after that. Just
It's funny
stupid.
to imagine you guys being like, "Yeah, I don't want to like hit the joint. It won't even really do it for me. I just gotta. Can I make a gravity bong real quick?"
It's my water cooler full of weed.
Yeah, let me
We
smash this
we
soda
drank so
bottle.
many 40s in college that one of our friends got us a 40 bong.
Ooh, I like
Had
that.
one of those
That's
40
what
bottle. It was pretty cool. We had a garage that was. I was thinking that the garage that we had at Joey's house was a lot like this one, but it is not. The garage we had at Joey's house, we found two. There were like two couches down the street one day that just said "free" on them.
Nice.
We literally were walking down the street and just picked up those couches and took them to his garage.
Fuck
We
yeah.
that with some couches.
We did mushrooms one time, and we had 4 babysitters, and they were in this garage, and they turned. We had
Wait, you had
glow
4
sticks.
babysitters?
There were 12 of us that were tripping on mushrooms. And just
Oh, okay.
people in our group just didn't want to do the mushrooms, but they wanted to hang out.
How old were you at the time?
It was 20, 21 at the
No,
time.
baby, like trip sitters, not like actual.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
no,
actual
like-
babysitters. No. Like,
They're not getting
like
paid
they were
$20.
sober and we were on
Yeah,
mushrooms.
yeah,
They
yeah,
were the
okay.
same age as us. No, this
Okay.
was not a. I was 13 and we were tripping. We thought it was weird. We needed a babysitter. But what they did was we had
You
glow
still had a
sticks too.
babysitter at 13?
No, I didn't. Babysitter.
I'd have
I was a latchkey kid, man. We were making fucking. We would have to go. Our parents would get off late, so we would have to go like home and make our own dinner, and then go to our baseball games.
Sick.
Like at 6,
Nice,
7
dude.
o'clock at night.
Little
We were
latchkey.
latchkey kids.
You a good chef?
No, not really.
No.
I was
Oh,
into
shit.
cooking for a while, but it's no.
It's not worth it.
You like the ease of access.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we were tripping on these mushrooms, and our friends, our babysitters, decided. Well, one, we got to go out on a car ride, which I don't know if you've ever been on a car ride on like a massive amount
fuck.
of mushrooms.
I don't know.
But they're fun as fuck. And it was Christmas time, so we went to go see a bunch of like Christmas lights. That was awesome. The campus on our school has the second largest Christmas tree on the West Coast.
What?
So we went and we
that.
gave presents to the Christmas tree and shit.
Gave
But
presents
in
to the
yeah,
tree?
we gave
It's like
presents.
a
We were on
lie.
mushrooms, dude. It made sense. It made a lot of sense at the
Just
time.
water and
What'd you give the
sunlight.
tree?
We gave the tree tinsel and presents that were like fake presents that were under the tree at Joey's house.
So you just
I don't
took a
remember
box?
specifically what I gave it. I had a blanket on all night that was named Wilbur, and I just
Wilbur.
didn't want to share Wilbur with anybody. Like I named this.
You were a
blanket
pigs
was
and
part of
blanket.
it.
Yeah,
Exactly. We
Making a
had a
blanket.
good time, but we had glow sticks, and Joey looked at the glow sticks and seen that they were non-toxic, so they took us
them.
all out of the garage. And turned the lights on and painted the walls with the stuff inside the glow sticks.
Whoa.
And then they brought us all inside and turned the lights off, and we were in the fucking universe. It was the
blew your
coolest. Oh, dude! And you could smoke cigarettes out there, so we were just chain smoking cigarettes. Fucking in the universe, dude.
That's a pretty sick move, shaking out some broken glow
It
sticks.
was fucking rad, man. It was pretty rad.
When you said they were non-toxic, I thought you guys were about to start.
Start munching.
No, we did not
shooting
eat them.
them.
At one point,
Start shooting
I'd be
this
into
may
that,
or may
dude.
not have happened, but I think Joey
Start
had it
your
all on his
veins
hands,
start
and he was like
glowing.
putting his hands on the walls, and then his handprints were on the walls. It was fun.
Good ass time.
A lot of
Do you ever get it on your hands and they're like, Dubs, did you just jack off? Your fucking crotch is going No.
Who is
Or
this
you-
a portrait of over here? Is that Kanye in that portrait?
Yeah,
It is
they used to be in the green room at TCC.
Okay.
And
Didn't
Sam
know.
Morrill said, "Get it out."
You know how Jews like to complain.
Yeah, it was a contentious time with
now it's in
Kanye and
this
the Jews.
garage.
I
We
got
record
you.
a shitty
Fair
podcast.
enough. Where things go to die. The garage.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Yes, indeed.
I think it's where things come to life, dude.
Fair enough.
The garage.
I am too much of a pessimist. You guys are right. I like the fucking gigantic wine bottle. How did I miss that
Jameson.
thing?
Jameson, dude.
You guys could make that.
That's where we
into a
dispense our
gravity bomb
agua
if you
out
wanted
of.
to.
Dude, we should turn that into a bong.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
a wicked ass
Now, that would
bong.
be an accommodation at the
The Fitz Carlton.
Fitz
there.
Carlton.
Oh, yeah.
Not many else would
I
have.
Get to
prefer
use the
having
giant
like a
Jameson
water
bong.
pitcher, but
Huh?
I think it's nice to have like a giant pitcher of water.
Yeah, I like it too.
We smoke blunts all fucking day. What do we think?
What do we need a bong for?
Right. Like,
Because we're trying to get you to fall asleep faster.
I'm setting records. Everyone gets so jealous that I sleep.
We
so
never
well.
capture that. Like we'll capture.
Oh, dude, last night was an epic one. You fell asleep and woke back up in like the blink of an eye. Remember that? He just hit one snore. We heard that snore. But like, I didn't even catch the eyes in between. But you like
You
hit
could
the
just fall
snore
asleep
just for
anywhere?
a second.
Just literally anywhere you can.
Pretty
Yeah,
It's
man.
crazy.
Logan gets so high.
He gets so high.
A little bit of weed and a moment of silence, and
Love to be one of your tables tonight. Whatever, man. I got your cheese fries coming on.
you guys like Troy Bond?
Are you excited, dude? It's your first. Oh no, it's not your first, but you got a big hosting spot coming
Yeah,
up. Nice
dude.
sold out
Troy
show.
Bond.
Sold out.
Troy Bond.
200
That's what's up,
plus.
man. That's what's up.
Troy Bond, dude. You might know him from getting screamed at by that black lady one time in that one clip.
I remember
That was the only thing I had ever seen of it, but
About
before.
6
You were
months
like,
ago.
I like this guy. I like it.
6 months ago at an open mic, you were
Just
up
like
on
me, for real.
stage at an open mic. You were crushing, and I'm sitting next to Firestein. He's like, "God, he's so damn funny, but who am I ever going to book him with?" This guy gets in trouble for being yelled at for racist comments. He's like, "Willie's the guy."
We have our man.
Put him
You're
up
going to do
there.
great.
Give him a
excited
shot.
for
That, when is that? This weekend? Next
It's
weekend?
tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah.
Nice,
Hours
nice.
away.
I gotta. I don't know. I'm interested
gonna
to
wear
see
that
like, what
outfit?
kind of crowd he has.
What you gonna
Yeah,
wear, dude?
Probably put on my Odd Future hoodie.
What?
Odd Future.
You're not gonna go high vis?
We got to get gear city, guys.
Your
We
high
got to
vis.
start promoting this cast.
We do. We
Your high
do.
vis.
We'll get you some B-dubs.
Your high vis
No.
hoodie's in my fucking car.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe.
What's
Like-
with the high vis? Why do you guys like? Do you just
Fucking
Because
baller
we're
as hell.
constructing some
Safety
work, dude.
first.
Okay.
Baller
Safety
as hell.
first.
Yeah, I saw the
Safety
trampoline that
That
you
is-
constructed and destructed.
Well, we found
It
we
is
found
in
the springs
pieces.
for it.
I was expecting a fucking trampoline back here, and
we
there was
started-
no trampoline at
We
all.
started to build it and then realized that we had misplaced all the springs for it. And so we had to take it apart.
And then I found the springs.
We
like,
recently
the next day.
came back into the
Found the Market
springs.
Springs, eh?
Uh-huh.
You took it all apart before searching for the thing that
We
you needed?
searched.
for?
We searched. They were not.
Okay.
They were not
Okay.
somewhere we had access.
This wasn't
to.
like within 24 hours.
No, this was this whole story takes place over maybe 4 months.
4 months.
It was amazing how long we just had a skeleton of a trampoline in the backyard.
And the washer and dryer's gone now.
We got rid of the washer and
Dude,
dryer.
did get rid of the washer and dryer.
How'd that sale go?
Yeah.
Fine.
Moolah?
Dude, it was
Logan got a brand new outfit
Some
out of it.
little mom.
Is that
and
what
her kid.
I see before us?
He hasn't. He has not taken off these clothes since he bought them. He has not taken them off. He will not take them off.
What are you talking about? I've
You
worn a
look
few
so
other things.
sick, dude. I'm
No,
looking
you
at-
haven't.
I bought like 3 shirts, and I got them like 3
This
days
is the
ago.
second shirt I've seen you wear in 3 days. And I wouldn't doubt if you had it on under that other shirt
No.
when you had it buttoned up.
I
This is
wasn't
a
doing
riveting podcast.
No, you can't have a shirt under a.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It just got even more riveting, dude.
Okay.
Riveting slow.
Right when
Dubs,
we
if you
needed
feel
it.
one coming on, please bless us, dude. I got a feeling that B-Dubs just throwing out some fucking grumpy farts.
I do my farts in private for your guys' fucking because I love
When was the last time you had a dry fart?
dry fart. Oh yeah, I dry fart all the time.
I assume they were all wet
No,
ones.
they're not all wet. There's plenty of dry. There's
Dude,
plenty of dry.
I heard when I have to like sometimes work in the warehouse. By the way, I've been fucking ripping on the forklift. By the way, I love driving a forklift.
You're forklift certified, dude?
Yeah?
Strike that from the record.
No,
Strike that from
in
the
the
record.
warehouse, dude. You'll be like, you won't be able to see anybody because like there's aisles and aisles and aisles and shit while you're like just gathering things. And I heard someone rip a mean fucking fart the other day.
Did it echo?
It's the best. Oh yeah, it was one of them slappers off the cheeks where it definitely reverberated.
That's
It's a room full of
awesome.
metal.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's awesome.
But by the way, speaking of bathroom etiquette wise, if you hear like if you're in a stall, you're like someone else rips a fart. Why is that the only place on earth you're not allowed to laugh at farts?
Oh, no, you can't.
you can
I laugh every
I feel like
time.
it's
I feel like
disrespectful.
you can.
Dude, that makes me think of. So last night I was looking up whoopee cushions on Amazon,
Naturally.
and there was this product that was like a
Oh,
motion
yeah.
sensor fart machine that you clip onto your toilet. And so then the idea was, the way they marketed it was like, you send your friend goes to the bathroom, they trigger this motion sensor, and then you're gonna go, ha ha, you farted. You farted in the bathroom.
You're getting laser motion sensors involved on a fucking prank.
On a
like
fart
that.
machine on
fart
the
machine.
toilet. It lights up the toilet bowl, too.
No, but you
You did order that, right?
Yeah,
You did order that. That's
Yeah.
going in the
That's
bathroom,
an essential.
right?
You guys laugh at someone else farting in the same like.
Oh,
bathroom
dude,
or
every
toilet?
time a girl comes over, it's like, can I use your bathroom to go pee? You're like,
and then
okay.
you go listen to her fart.
No, it's
Logan-
supposed to be loud enough that you hear it from the other
He
room.
goes up and puts his ear to the door, and the second that any noise happens, just starts belly laughing. Like, they can hear that he's right at the door.
Smacking the door.
Just from outside the door.
They'd be so embarrassed.
I'm just listening to make sure they're not talking shit about the bathroom.
What?
No, fucking.
Did you make it? Did you build it?
Yeah, I'm a fucking contractor.
Because who's
All right.
No. So bathroom etiquette.
okay?
You're not laughing at other people's farts.
You know what? I think so. It's one of those weird things where I feel like you should be able to. Every time that I feel like I'm always like trying to stop myself from laughing
Yeah.
when it happens.
Feels wrong.
A little bit. It's because it's a vulnerable time, you know.
You
It
would
would
hurt
hurt
my
your own.
feelings if someone laughed at mine.
If you go into the bathroom and you like rip a fucking mean one as you're shitting, do you laugh? I do.
Well, I mean, you got to comment
Someone
when you got a
gets
good one. You always comment when you have a good one, right?
You do. You
You're
know
there
who?
laughing and shit by
You-
yourself.
Somebody else comes in the
Psycho.
bathroom, it just smells awful, and
Now,
you're
if
just
somebody
laughing.
was laughing
in
at
the stall.
if I came into the bathroom and somebody was laughing at their own fart, I would laugh at that.
Yeah.
I would definitely laugh at
It's
that.
good
Joker
vibes.
in
I
there,
would be
dude.
like, this guy and I are gonna be
Shit,
friends.
I think I just made a new best friend.
Just somebody cackling in their own stall. Yeah, I'm laughing at that.
It's just
for
you
sure.
from an alternate dimension.
Dude, I fucking blew my girl's mind recently with a fucking. I'd eaten asparagus and then took a piss right
Ooh.
before she went in there. She like. She
She didn't know
like
about
couldn't believe
asparagus?
it. She couldn't believe it.
Dude,
Does it not work on girls?
Willie's asshole is kind of incredible. Willie had a fart the other day.
This is roommate talk
That
here.
dude, it was like, you know when you like buy a firework and there's like 3 or 4 different stages that it goes through? Because like at first it'll be like, and then it'll be like, and then like it's just making different noises. That was his asshole for a solid like 9 seconds straight.
Oh, don't give it 9.
asparagus?
9's a long time.
Dude,
I'd
you
give
could-
it 6 maybe.
Dude, if you rode a bull for as long as you farted, I'd be like
Rode a bull.
That's really impressive.
DVR.
I don't like that you guys assumed that I had bad farts, and he's over here farting for 9 seconds at a time.
No, there's me,
Layers
dude. I
of
mean, me.
farts. I know he has bad farts. I just assume you also do.
Not really.
Is it just because of
No.
the asparagus, though? Like, you introduce a vegetable?
Oh,
the
no,
whole
no, no,
system
no,
shuts
no,
down?
no. The asparagus makes my pee stinky. The farts, I've been a big farter my whole life, and there
Wait,
was
so Pearl smelled your piss and was like, "What
the asparagus
fuck,
piss.
dude?"
It's
Through
terrible.
the door? Or did you make her come
She
in and
entered the
smell?
room, closed it behind her, and then was panicking and couldn't open the door fast enough.
Fire.
And fell out of the bathroom. It was just like, Willie!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
How much asparagus did you eat?
I had a healthy serving.
A bushel?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I love
20
some
fucking-
asparagus, dude.
And she had never eaten asparagus before.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably just been a while. You know, she hadn't been reminded. You know.
Yeah.
Those
Or she was just
stereotypes just fall away.
You know what? I like when you eat beets or drink beet juice and it turns your piss like red.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Or your shit.
I shit
Well,
black
yeah.
the other day.
it also
No beats in
black?
the system. Yeah.
Black.
Black is the night.
that's
No,
that's dried
dude.
blood. You need
That's,
to like.
that's from the alcohol. That's
I
Take it
flushed
from
out,
Dubs,
My
dude.
shit's brown as hell now.
it's just brown as hell now. So proud. So proud of you.
I always forgot that I drank beet juice though. I'll
You're a
drink
damn
it.
doper.
Well, it's just it'll slip my mind. Like, oh yeah, I went and had a beet juice, and then the next day I go to piss, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying.
What would be if you had to
I'll
take,
give you some BGs.
dude? Would that be so
I wish beet juice was here right now.
craziest bowel movement that I could possibly take? I'm thinking now. I would drink beet juice, a ton of it, to make my pee red. I'd eat asparagus to make it stinky, and I would eat a lot of eggs for stinky poo, and then I would eat a bowl of Captain Crunch berries because that makes my shit a ridiculous color.
Interesting.
And then
Captain
6 pounds
Crunch
of
with
beans.
berries? No.
What was your shit like after beans? Because my
It was just many.
dude.
It was just many. There was not a single
You
shit.
talking about
There
the
was a
basket of
bunch.
shrimp where it's a bunch of little
Shrimp
hooks?
basket?
Or
What? My
your
shit?
Yeah. You said it was many.
Oh, many. Yeah, no, I just
He
took
means
a
multiple
bunch
shits,
of big
yeah,
grumpers
multiple shits.
throughout the
I
next
thought you
day.
meant turds. Okay.
Or two. I think I was probably still shitting beans day and a half afterwards.
Yeah, I was
Shut
damn
up.
near shitting whole beans.
And I felt like
That's
I
fiber.
felt fucking awful the whole next day.
We're
Yeah.
doing it again.
No. The only thing that I can compare that to,
You're good.
and
I was gonna say you said we, but I don't feel like you ate those beans.
You're right about that.
You weren't even here.
the only thing that I could compare how I felt after that was, and it's
After
a
you got
goddamn
raped for the
shame
first
that it's
time?
not going to air, but the fuck, pass me the boot, dude. When we fucking drank at, we
Oh my
shotgun
God,
beers out of
dude.
this boot.
Jesus Christ.
Unprovoked for no reason.
It-
Just ketchup on it.
We were just feeling mad patriotic, so we started chugging beers out of the fireman's
What's
boots.
the origin?
Not even
Tell
an
B-Dubs the
American
origin
thing.
of this boot.
That's
Hey, I
not
don't think
even
that's
an
on a
American
podcast.
thing.
Please
Yeah,
tell
right.
the origins of this boot.
High vis too, dude.
I,
You like
I
that?
noticed the high vis. Yeah. I
So
figured.
Of
we
course
were
you noticed it.
we were
It's
walking
visible.
Highly works every time.
we were walking down to
It's technology.
we were walking to the mic at TCC, and this is after we saw the fucking Oscar Mayer weenie mobile in
Oh
Tacoma.
yeah.
I'd seen that drive by. Yeah, I'd seen that day.
Yeah, dude. They were lamping up here. And so, we saw the Oscar Mayer weenie mobile. We're already fucking hype. And then we're going to cross the street and a fire truck comes up the hill across that crosswalk on
But
Market
the
Street.
little ones.
Okay.
And the
okay.
back doors swing open as it goes up
And
over
the
like
boot
the
fell
dip,
out.
and the boot fucking fell out.
That's kind of fucking awesome. I
And
can't
so-
even lie.
And I know that
Just
that
weird Tacoma shit. That's pretty
yes,
fucking
and
awesome.
that fireman saw us four fucking dipshits
just
get
go out
so
and
hyped
fucking
for
get
it,
it.
and
He didn't even
he
stop.
must have known
He just
immediately.
kept
Like, we're not
going.
getting
He
that
was like,
boot back.
he was like, we got 30 other
Oh,
pairs of boots.
boot!
So
Ran
then-
out in the street like fucking rats.
Didn't even look to see if cars were coming.
No, dude, we were like
you? You just
piranhas
fucking
on that
ran
shit.
onto that shit.
And so it's just in
That's
here,
funny.
and we're podcasting one day.
And I think
how did it come up that we all? You just did it for no
Well,
reason.
no, I was trying to get
You're
you
trying
to
to be
do it,
provocative.
and I was trying to get you to do it, and you were like, "No, I wouldn't." And so I did it to like make you feel like a pussy.
No, yeah,
And it
and
worked.
then that made me do it.
Yeah.
and
And
then we both got
Dude,
on
it was
their
so
ass.
gross because
Yeah. It was disgusting.
I did a beer.
I felt
then
sick for 3
Zach
days
did a
after
White Claw. Then Fitz did a soda. Then Willie did a beer.
I felt sick for 3 days
combo.
after that,
It
and I
was
cannot
fucking
believe that
awful.
podcast is not going to see the light
Dude,
of
no,
day.
I'm making like a promotional clip out of us doing shit.
We have beans and boots.
beans and
Beans and
boots.
boots. Double feature.
Dude, we combine the two, eat beans out of the boot.
Oh no, that doesn't sound like a good idea, fellas.
You have any like epic food gorging tales like that? Like an epic amount of food that you consumed all at once?
Not all at once, but after my dad died, I ordered pizza so often that one night I didn't order pizza, and then the next night that I did, the dude came up and he was like, "I thought there was something wrong with you."
They thought you had died.
Was it a local spot or a Papa
It was like a
John's?
Domino's. It was like
Domino's.
it was like a. But the same dude almost every day would bring me the pizza.
Mm.
Like, I skipped a Thursday and then called again on a Friday, and he was like, "I'm glad you're okay." It's like, yeah, I'm glad.
So
I
over
didn't
time,
eat
you
pizza.
ate a lot.
So
At,
always get the same
Domino's, they care about the customer.
They care.
They did.
When
That's
you're here,
good.
your family. Bro.
You were on
That's good humanity,
you were on that Papa John diet, dude.
Yeah.
Over
He
the
was hitting those
over the
kind of
last
numbers,
month, I've
dude.
had over 40 pizzas. It's not the same quality of product. Ever since they fired me for saying the N word.
Speaking of guys who got like randomly canceled out of nowhere, last night I was having a little bit of trouble falling asleep, so I'm just like laying in bed, my mind's just like running, and out of nowhere I just thought about like John Gruden got
John Gruden.
He was at the place too, right? He was like at the venue. He was like at the Super Bowl, right? And then they were just like, "Oh, you're not going on today."
Imagine being a baby girl lying
That
in
would happen
bed.
with John.
Did they
It's
pulled the
1
plug
a.m.
on him like
Pretty
day
sure it
of?
was like the day of. Yeah.
No, well,
Just
it was,
remembering that.
It was when he was coaching. When he came back and was coaching.
Oh, right, yeah, that
Yes.
was fucking wild.
Somebody got his emails. He was calling the commissioner a fag.
I was just saying to him though, I remember that like in the middle, like just trying to fall asleep. Like imagine me and my girlfriend just here and like. She's like, what was? Why? Why are you laughing? I'm like, remember John Gruden?
Dude, I used to.
God,
Real life version of that.
I used to
fucking
love
meme,
John
like, what
Gruden
was
as an
thinking of?
announcer, dude.
Oh yeah.
He was
and then he had like that whole like camp show where he was like breaking down every new quarterback. It was
Gruden
sick.
Grinders, dude. The Gruden
Gruden's
Grinders.
yeah.
Let me tell you something. I like this
Nights,
guy.
Gruden's
Yes.
Grinders,
What's the
yeah.
name of the
This
guy
guy
who
right
just
here.
got fired for the saying the N-word, like the N-word baseball museum?
Did they fire that guy?
Oh, dude, yeah, he got fired like that same day.
That makes sense.
That's a pretty like easy one to be like, all right, yeah, we got to pull the plug on it.
We probably shouldn't have you on our ABC owned thing anymore.
I know. It's like you should be. You should be thinking about the fact that you're about to say Negro League so hard that you don't mess it
That you
up.
don't.
Like,
Yeah.
you got to be like.
You'd think that'd be like the biggest word on the teleprompter.
There was there was another baseball announcer that did it during a game, which was hilarious because he was just like, and he throws him out at second, and I just want to say sorry again one more time. This is
Castellanos,
definitely
yeah,
my
dude.
last
Hell yeah.
broadcast on this this network, and it's been a pleasure working for you guys. And he gets him out at third. I'm once again very sorry.
Once again, might never pick up this microphone again.
Yeah. And I just want to apologize to my
off.
family and to all my friends for doing
Rip
that.
that man off,
What a shame. Hey, by the way, guys, I love this little zipline thing you
Oh,
have
the
going
zip
on
line,
here.
dude.
It's quite an
Is
addition
this,
to this
I think
space.
I've seen this. I think I've seen this on the internet.
It's
It's
for-
a blunt passing.
Blunt passing.
Blunt passing machine, dude.
You know, we did this when I was in college with the volcano bag. I should bring the volcano. over.
You do need to get the
Oh,
volcano
yeah.
in
Zip
here,
the
dude.
bag around the room.
I gotta get a new
Wait, but then you gotta have
string
the
so it's a little more
base.
slick, but
Or you just fill up the bag.
And then you pull it off. Yeah.
Oh, you
new
pull the bag
string.
off.
Correct.
Hell yeah.
It's a nice arrangement. I mean, I don't know who's going to be halfway over there for a blunt.
that's the only one we actually use is this part right
Yeah,
here.
that couch
Fair
over
enough,
there.
Yeah.
fair enough.
This almost.
Could have just done 2 hooks then instead of 7.
Well,
You know, we had it like that, and
How
then
dare
Fitz felt like being ingenuitive.
Yeah, I tried to. It wasn't perfect, so then I tried to
Okay.
make
and
it
so
better.
now,
I made it
and so
worse.
now, it's linked at 4 points around the room, and we still functionally only do the same one thing with it.
It's not the weirdest thing in here. I'm just saying. It's not.
What's the weirdest thing in here?
Picture of the old lady's kind of weird.
My great grandpa.
That's family.
That
That's
is
family.
nobody you know.
Dude,
That's
if,
my great grandmother.
if Fitz just came across the fucking couch at you right now,
You can't say
That's
that.
the
son of a bitch!
family.
Fucking talk about my grandma.
Talk about John G's wife like that? Or James G?
B-dubs.
Yes, sir.
Let's get back to let's talk comedy.
You want to talk comedy? I could talk comedy all day.
Who's on your Mount Rushmore of comedians?
Ooh, Mount Rushmore. I got kind of a weird Mount
Gotta
Rushmore.
be Tiffany
and it changes.
Haddish.
This is just for you. Shut up.
Hannah
You're close to
Gadsby.
Tiffany Haddish.
This is just
actually.
you.
Wanda Sykes is one of my favorite stand-ups.
Ooh.
Have you seen a
Did
bunch
you
of
watch that
Wanda
new
Sykes
special?
shit? She's so fucking
Did you see the
good.
new
Yeah,
special?
The newest one?
The bit about if guys' balls had hot flashes.
Yeah, I fucking.
pretty good
She's so good. She doesn't tell a ton of jokes. She does a joke and then reacts to what she said for like 3 minutes. If you watch her comedy, but it's fucking brilliant. What we got 4 on there. Chappelle's probably on there. I like watching Chappelle no matter what.
Yep.
My ex-students say.
So you are a transphobe.
Oh, of course. I had a student, because I worked at the high school for a long time. I had a student who was a trans kid, and she was like, "I can't believe you like Dave Chappelle's special." And I was like, "Look, you came out to me. You know I'm not a transphobe.
Yeah.
I just think he's fucking funny. Okay." Brian Simpson's up there right now. He's one of my favorites.
I like that.
Okay.
Simpsons great.
Taylor Tomlinson's
Rushmore?
a great fucking, maybe not Rushmore, but I'm just like, it's like your favorite song. Like I have comics that come in and out.
John Panette.
John Panette's a good one. John Panette's interesting.
Paul Reiser.
Mount Rushmore though. Mount Rushmore.
Who's headlining at Tacoma Comedy Club soon?
Is he really?
Paul Reiser.
Right?
Is he really?
That's random.
Yes.
The guy from that one fucking
Aliens.
sitcom. Isn't that the only thing he's done? Is that one sitcom Mad About You?
Aliens.
Is that Paul
dude.
Reiser?
Aliens.
Oh, he's in Aliens. Okay.
Shift.
fucking Paul Reiser. He's been in stuff now that he's older too. He gets a lot of roles. I don't know.
He's,
I can't think of one. in
Call him
particular.
Paul Rising. Because stars can...
Dude, I didn't catch a rising star, Paul Reiser.
Fitz, who's on your Mount Rushmore?
My Mount Rushmore.
Cosby.
Or, yeah,
Oh,
Cosby
Hedberg's on my Mount Rushmore.
Cosby's my number 1.
Gallagher.
Cosby's one.
You're a Gallagher guy.
I think we've Dice is on top 4.
Sure.
This
I
is
think
fun.
Dangerfield.
Going old school.
I
There's
like
like
a
just
lot
like
of
a
old school
Go
shit.
ahead, sir.
You got one more?
It. Oh, I got it. One more.
You said Dangerfield.
Fucking James.
I think there gets to a limit like where like I will respect like the older ones, but just not on my shit. Like,
Yeah,
everybody
well,
on my
I think it's
top
just
board is
just
probably-
where you draw
can
that
still
line.
watch.
Yeah,
like,
there's some stuff that always works, right?
yeah, like Dangerfield still works, but like not all those guys
because
from that
it's
era
one-liners.
works.
It's clever
Sure.
sayings.
But like,
you know?
Well, his
there's still like
character's strong.
one-liner guys from back then that don't really cross over.
All right,
with
so
now,
so
either
Zach's
with Dangerfield
Zach's Mount
does.
Rushmore, Doug Stanhope, Foster
I was gonna
Brooks,
say Foster Brooks.
I don't even drink.
Jim Jeffries.
I've
Jim
never
Jeffries,
drank, guys.
and Hannah Gatsby.
Old Bill
Obviously, I
Burr.
mean, you got
Old
one
Bill
F.
Burr. Angry Bill Burr. I could see that.
Angry Bill Burr. Yeah, he might be on there.
Soder before he got sober.
Nah, Soder's not.
You just name a bunch of ex-alcoholics.
What was what got Geraldo? Was he alcohol?
I think he was all. I think it was hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like alcohol and pills and
Yeah.
meth
Pills,
and
Pills is
coke
a
and
big one, yeah.
Man, Brent, that'd be crazy if you were still doing Adderall heavy. How different your stand-up
I
would be.
used to actually sell Adderall to buy weed in high school.
That's fucking
Isn't that
hard,
stupid
dude.
shit?
That's dope as hell.
I was into Vicodin for a while too. I used to buy Vicodin.
Ooh.
Vicodin was a good one.
You just liked it. It would just Vicodin's just
It's
kinda conk out,
it's
right?
It's just a calm thing. We used to fucking rail it.
I feel like that's got to
We
be
used to
really
rail
different
it.
than Adderall. What'd you like about the Adderall then?
I didn't like the Adderall per se. I just had a bunch of it.
Yeah, you just were addicted
Like
to it.
so like, my mom was a pharmacist, and it was right when Adderall XR had come out. That's not how that works.
Dude, she was getting that shit like free T-shirts.
But no, she switched my prescription because the XRs you're supposed to take one per day, and it lasts the whole day because it's extended release. And I didn't know that she had changed it, and it was double the size. So I was taking 2 times what I was supposed to take there. And one day I was at fucking dinner and I was like shaking and shit. I was like shaking and shit, and my mom was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like, "I haven't slept in 4 days."
No shit.
She was like, "Oh, there's something."
We gotta up your
dosage.
We gotta up your dosage.
Fuck, it was.
Somebody
bad.
get this boy on Vicodin.
Don't get this kid a Xanax.
I was at a play practice, and we had to do the practice like rehearsals in classrooms, and they had a poster on the back.
Surprised
of the
guy
classroom
playing
wall.
the doctor has a pill problem.
No shit, right? But I counted the words on the poster. I didn't read the poster, but I counted the words on the poster. That's when I was
That's too
like,
much
"Oh,
Adderall."
I'm fucking cracked out right now. Like, this is ridiculous." And they were like, "We're not gonna get anything done today. You should go home." And it was that same day where my mom was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I'm fucked up right now." Like,
I'm on meth, Mom.
I see spiders everywhere. Where are the spiders coming from?
that's when I stopped taking Adderall, like, for a good amount of time. I didn't
Okay.
do that for a while.
Your mom was like, "Oh, maybe I should stop giving meth to my
Oh
child."
no, they never knew that I stopped taking it. They thought that I took it.
Yeah, because
I got for some reason I had like a whole extra month's worth. And so I started selling when I had 2 months. I'd sell the 1 month and then keep the next one so I could buy.
Oh,
weed
they
with
would.
it.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
were loaded up.
Yeah.
That's wow. That's
It was a good thing I didn't go into harder drugs selling them because I
Yeah.
would have been fucking
You'd been
good.
good.
I would have been good at that shit.
You knew how to not get high on your own supply.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you had the
100%.
access.
100%.
Jeez.
Jeez.
For Vicodins
They
and
used to hand
Adderall?
that shit out like candy. It was just so easy. You could go in and be like, "Oh, I don't have good grades," and they'd be like, "Have some Ritalin." Like, you could just have it.
Dude, I remember seeing a thing. It was like in 2016, West Virginia pharmacists were putting out like enough pills that every man, woman, child, and baby would have had like 5,000 pills in 1 year.
God.
It's like it was absurd.
There was
how
a
much
stat
they
like that
pumped
about
oxys.
Florida too, where
Yeah.
it was like the fucking amount of painkillers
Yeah,
that
that
were
was with
prescribed in
Oxycontin,
Florida.
though, yeah.
were,
That
like,
was when they were
triple the
doing-
rate of the rest of the country.
Yeah,
Things were
Florida
better back
they
then.
had the pain clinics.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
pain
A fucking pain clinic.
10 of them in a row.
Yeah.
They had to be like so far away from each other, and they would just put one like if it was 800
That is so
feet,
fucking
they'd go
crazy.
805, and there'd be another one.
Love it.
Dude, people must have been feeling so good though.
That's I mean, can you imagine being on something as strong as OxyContin your whole life, and then, going to heroin and having to try to get high like that? Like, that's why fentanyl's big.
Yeah,
Because those people
They gotta
grew
walk
up.
it up.
There's
the
like,
drug
fuck
addicts
it,
now
let's go
grew up
put
on
this snake
Oxycontin.
in the Everglades, man. Fuck it.
You see the dude that got his arm bitten off by a fucking
Yes,
an alligator?
I
He
did
went
see
out
that.
behind a bar in Florida.
Yes,
he went out behind a bar in Florida to go
fell into
piss,
the
and
water.
He fell into the water. He got his arm bitten off because he was too
Dude,
fucked up.
the video's fucking.
There's a video too.
Never go to Florida. Never ever go to Florida, dude.
Instead of just bombing at an open mic one night, but yeah, some fucking alligator bit my whole hand. His whole arm though.
You're lucky you
I
didn't
think
get
it was
bit by
his
a
whole
fucking
arm. I think it
dog
was
Bomb
like
at a
a-
mic, and you're gonna be drunk, bomb at a mic in Florida, be like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a little swim, clear my brain.
Get
Wait, so
eaten
they
up by a
bit-
fucking swat puppy.
Are we talking about from like the elbow up?
I
to
think
the
it was
shoulder?
elbow. I think it was elbow down.
Well,
It
they
was at
do
least
the
elbow.
twist, they do the roll.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think it would be shoulder.
Yeah.
They'd get
That's
you at the
roll.
shoulder.
Dude, the video's crazy because they're just like, "Yo, bro, you good? You good?" And then he like
Then he
crawls
shows
up,
up out of the dark.
and
Like, it's fucked
you can just
up.
see as no. It doesn't even look like he's really bleeding.
Oh,
He's
he
fucking
is.
wild.
Why are you
Fucked
guys
up.
mad at me?
Why are you mad at me? I need to go to the hospital.
Fucking alligator pool.
Dude, that was so funny.
Oh shit!
I was like, Zach got for real like fucked up to where I had to
I had a good
recently
time. You have to
be like,
check in.
dude, let me drive your car home, and he just kept being like, "Why are you mad at me, dude? Why are you upset?
You guys upset, Willie?
You guys seem upset."
Like, why do you want to drive the Stang? You know, it's not that
My
cool.
go-to is gaslighting. Is why are you upset? When I learned the term gaslighting in college, I was like, shut the fuck
We're blowing up the spot, dude.
Some of us are trying to get away with shit.
Quit stealing my moves.
Some of us. are
Shout out
trying to
Gaslight.
get this. Shout out Gaslight.
Gaslight
Right.
Digital.
That should be the name of this podcast.
Yeah.
Gaslight.
Oh, for real.
man.
Be careful in Florida if you ever go, because I'd be concerned.
I ain't go.
Be careful.
I ain't going down there.
They got gators in Philly or wherever you're from.
Yeah, man. I remember hearing recently, like one guy just had one in like a townhouse, like in
You just went
excuse
full
me, a
Theo
row
Vaughn.
home.
You
He just
went
had a
full
crocodile
Theo
in
Vaughn
his
there.
basement.
My uncle had one in his bathtub as a
Get the-
kid. Yeah, he ordered one from a warehouse down the street when he was like 12
What
years
the
old.
fuck?
They had a crocodile warehouse where you guys are?
No, he just lived by a warehouse and he knew one of the guys who worked
There's
there.
just a crocodile
and
in a
the guy
warehouse
He'd
somewhere.
order animals for him. And so when he was at boarding school, when he was like 12, 13 years old, he ordered one, had it in the bathtub at his boarding school house.
How
At
did
his
they take
boarding school?
baths?
Yeah, at his boarding school. He didn't take baths, I guess.
Jesus.
Like, this kid smells like shit.
You can't.
He's like, listen, I can't tell you why, but I can't get into the bath.
Someone leaves and he's like,
Shout out
that guy
Ollie.
smells bad. He's like, yeah, he kind of smells like an alligator.
It's got like a vaguely swampy smell to him.
So what happened?
That guy smells bad and his arms are scratched all fucking shit.
I think
You notice he has 3 less fingers than he did yesterday?
I think he said he just let it go at the end of the school year.
Just let it
In
go.
Washington State.
No, down in California.
Oh, okay.
That alligator ended up eating that baby.
You should have just shot it and made a pair of shoes or something.
Ooh, that would be sick.
Dude,
Maybe
my cousin got a pair for his wedding. He got a pair of fucking gator skin loafers,
Those are
dude.
bad.
Or no, like he actually got actual dress shoes he can tie.
I kind of respect. I think
Gator
it's pretty
skin?
badass, yeah.
Yeah, wearing a fucking dinosaur on you, dude. That's hard as hell.
I don't like the
That's
fur
dope.
and shit, but
Stingrays.
I'm okay with Crocs, dude. Fuck
Have you seen the
Croc.
Stingray? Like
Stingray?
They make boots and shit out of stingray leather.
I just feel like that's such a weird texture.
It is.
Well,
It's
aren't
like
they?
it's
They're kind of
suede-y.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to kill a shitload of stingrays.
Whatever, dude.
Those are doing manta
no, I
ray.
guess
Stingrays
they're
are pretty
pretty
big.
big.
They're
You got-
pretty big.
You gotta kill like
Be like
fucking
4 or 5 feet
100
across.
minks to make a coat.
That's a good point.
No,
that
but
one stingray.
but minks only come in high quantities. You ever watch those mink killing videos? The mink rat videos?
I don't think
It's
are you
this
talking about
dude-
the ones that they push over the ledge?
What?
No,
No.
that's the lemmings.
That's Lemmings. There was
Yeah.
a there was an old Disney that was like a before David Attenborough and shit like that was a Disney. Thing
One
where
lemming slips off
Yeah,
and
and
a
then
thousand of
they
them
all-
jump
they all
off
jump-
because
Oh.
they think they're...
They just
They're
used
so
the bulldozer.
stupid.
They just used the bulldozer to fucking push those
No,
things
dude.
over there. Like
Dude, this guy
Aren't
will
they
go
like
out.
so stupid that they'll like if one of them will like fall off a cliff, like others will like jump off because they're like, oh, I guess that's what we're doing.
That was
It's,
that was
yeah.
the myth.
it was supposed to be like a crowd. You know what do they call it?
sheep.
Herd mentality kind of thing.
But it was a myth. They just
But it's
pushed
not true.
Nice.
They just pushed.
Did you ever know Mr. Bierman?
No.
Mr. Bierman, we used to have a class in high school that was called Animal Behavior.
Oh,
And it was
what?
just us
That's
watching
sick.
a bunch of fucking movies about
Oh,
animals.
God,
And his
sounds
favorite
fucking
one
wicked.
was a killer whale would take this fucking seal and throw it in the air and like smack it and shit.
Fuck killer whales, dude.
We watched it 4 times. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world. He was like, "Oh no, we gotta watch it again."
They're learning to
Just
fuck
fucking-
boats up, I guess.
I fucking
Oh, yeah,
hate killer
good for
whales,
them.
dude. I'll
Good
just
for
say,
them.
like, everybody's got such a hard on for fucking killer whales. Oh, they're so smart. They're
Fuck
so
are you, where?
treating them so bad. Fuck them. They're so smart. Get the fuck out of there. They give them a job. They give them housing. They give them all this shit. And they're like, oh my god, it's too small. I live in a fucking studio for a year and a half. Fuck you, killer whales. You suck my dick. They're fucking pieces of shit. Everyone's like, oh, they're so smart. They're so great. They killed those 2 people. Those people had to have funerals for those trainers. Fuck killer whales.
I was
dude.
gonna say
so
somebody needs
tired
to
of
see
the narrative.
Blackfish, but clearly you have already seen it.
And you know
You
what?
didn't
I watched
take the same
Blackfish.
message away from Blackfish.
I
as
watched
did.
Blackfish and I said, SeaWorld's doing God's work. Fuck SeaWorld.
Keep
That's what
them.
I said.
Keep them in cages.
Pieces of shit.
I think if you're like just some fucking 18-year-old who's like, yeah, I think my first entry level job could be killer whale trainer.
And some
Then you probably
asshole
deserve
orca
to die.
murders you in front of a crowd of people.
Oh, bunch of cheering.
She died. She died at an Orca open mic, dude.
I would have been.
It was like 4:30.
The
Wasn't
Orca
even
was
the
like,
big
"You
show.
guys, I fucking killed.
Matinee got
dog."
killed on the matinee.
Dude,
died in an
imagine
Orca
being at the show
WrestleMania,
before that. If you like paid for tickets to the Killer Whale show and it was normal, and the very next show they kill a bitch, I'd be so
Yeah,
pissed.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know if I was just there.
I'm trying to see the one where the lady dies.
Yeah,
too. I'm with you.
Or if you're at the next show and you show up and they're like,
We're not-
sorry,
oh,
one of the
Jesus.
A lot of
orcas
seals
one of the-
opening. Like, what?
one of the orcas killed 2 people. I'd be like, well, you got more of them, don't you?
Where's the B squad? What the fuck?
Yeah, no shit. Call
What-
somebody.
What was said
Where's
at
your
those
six man?
funerals?
if you don't at least trot out a fucking beluga, I'm going crazy, dude.
Those trainers, though, like what was said at those funerals? Like God.
For the
he
record,
acts
this whole conversation
crazy
will get
ways
you
sometimes.
canceled way quicker than anything else we've said today.
Dude,
The PETA people are going to be on Rough Side.
the same
Podcast.
thing.
They are going to be
Come get
on y'all.
The same thing at their funerals was the same thing at like the people who like work for Joe Exotic's funeral. Just like, well, I mean, what are you gonna do?
What did you
They're
expect?
called killer whales.
What did you expect?
Yeah.
What about? I wonder what the funeral for that bear guy. You know, where it's like the audio of him getting
Grizzly
mauled.
Man.
Yeah.
Grizzly Man.
Grizzly Man.
There
His
was a-
funeral, everybody must like his whole family
was
must
like-
have just been sitting around like.
Doing what he loved.
There was a
died with his.
There was
having
a-
weirdly like gay relationships with bears.
He
You think he was
was.
fucking
He
those
was.
bears?
He was hitting on him.
He was
I
trying
remember.
to, yeah.
Do you remember when The Revenant was coming out and before just the trailer? Leonardo DiCaprio's team had to make a statement being like, he's not getting raped by the bear. He's being attacked by the bear. He is not having sex with the bear.
There's a big difference.
There was so many rumors going around that
What do
he
you
gets
think?
raped by a bear in the movie.
Have you
That
guys?
Leo himself had to commission his team to like, please let everybody know. My anus was never entered.
Johnny Ace, he was a pianist who played like Russian roulette backstage and killed himself before he was supposed to go on stage. But like, what do you say at his funeral? Like,
What do you say to those people at the concert? Just be like, did you guys hear that bang a couple minutes ago?
Show's over, guys. Sorry.
He's not going to be here.
It was a one-note act.
It's one loud note.
Where's the whole thing? Wasn't Red Fox dead for like 10 minutes before anybody
People
did
thought-
something?
because he did like a thing where he would like fake a heart attack on stage, and then like you literally
There was
just
another
died
one
on
too.
stage.
The guy
That's a
that's
good
on
joke.
the guy that's on Curb, Einstein.
JB?
Bob Einstein?
His
Super
dad was at a roast, like one of the old style roasts
Yeah?
where they do like the dais and everything. And he was one of the roasters on the roast, and he died.
Whoa!
Like he fucking killed at his roast, and 2 minutes later, fucking died.
Like in his seat?
at the roast. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
tells that
stop,
story.
dude.
He
Way
might
to
tell
go.
that story on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Interesting.
Maybe. But
Super
I
Dave
heard it
ruled.
somewhere.
Super Dave's the best.
Yeah, Super Day was dope as hell. That old show was so funny, too.
Did you guys ever watch The Whitest Kids You Know?
yeah, love Trevor
The Whitest
Noah.
Kids is fucking great, dude. I can't believe that guy died.
Yeah.
It was like so
You
random.
hear how he died?
It was some
I
kind
haven't.
No, he fucking. This is how you're gonna die. Fuck the bullshit. He had a fucking 2-story house in LA and was just drunk as fuck at his house and was
he
like
just fell out the
he was
window.
like doing a bit and fell off his balcony. He was just like being a drunk
Again,
asshole
yeah,
and
just
fucking,
like Grizzly
thank
Man,
God your
he went out
apartment is
doing
floor
what he
level
loved,
right
man. Went doing what he loved.
If I was in that
Fuck.
I was in that old
Your
studio,
girlfriend wakes up in the middle of the night and you're crawling out of your ground level apartment window like, fucking, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill myself.
We used to play a drinking game with The Whitest Kids You Know that was just you had to drink every single time. Like the rules were like, anytime somebody cries, so if you remember the beginning, all of them cry at the beginning, so you have to drink for that. Like every single rule. And then we had so many rules that we were like, we didn't drink for this one sketch. Let's just make a rule that if none of the other rules apply, you gotta drink.
And somehow you make it out of a whole sketch without having to drink.
Dude, we had a
Gotta
bunch of
finish
games
it.
like that. We had a game that was called Connections, where you have a deck of cards between people, and if your card connects, so like I say, you have the ace of two spades, and I got the ace of spades. You have to drink 2, and I have to drink 2 on the card. It was just an excuse for us to get fucked up, and we would do
You're
it.
doing like shots?
We would just drink a beer,
Okay.
but we would do it before parties.
That's a pregame.
And then the party would start, and we'd be fucked up, and people would show up and be like, "Why are you guys so fucked up already?" We'd be like, "We played
you
some
fucking
Connections.
got here late, pussy.
Play Connections, bro."
You must not watch Whitest Kids You Know.
Is
seen the sketch with Abraham Lincoln?
What's your favorite drinking game, Logies?
Drinking game? Fucking
Strip poker.
Yeah, dude, he's so horny. I just horniest guy I know. Horniest kids I know.
Logan kind of has like an adult that asks if anybody wants to play spin the bottle type of vibe.
It's gonna get the truth there, guys.
Why don't I don't know, maybe play some truth or dare or something.
Never have I ever. I don't know. Whatever.
All right, 10 fingers. No, I mean, I was never a huge drinking game guy. I was just like, I want to fucking drink the drink and get fucked up.
Fair enough.
But I mean, I've played plenty of all of them. Fucking beer pong, flip cup.
Flip cup is just like instant panic the second you start playing it. You know, it's one of those.
The drinking
games
is
that
the
breeds
least
panic.
problem of it. It's the social
Yes.
embarrassment of not being able to flip a fucking cup.
No shit, right?
I would try to do.
You just get more and more mad, and then you're worse at it as you're getting mad at it.
You want to cheat,
And you're doing it faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flip cup. There's a weird drinking game.
Quarters.
I've dunked on beer pong and just ruined the whole table.
on the table. That fucking rules, dude.
That
Not
rules.
Not proud?
You were the kid that used to
That's
turn.
Bill's
You were the
Mafia
kid that
shit.
used to turn the game off
That's not
when
what
he
you
was
read.
losing, right?
What'd you say?
You were the
buddy?
kid that used to turn the game off when he was losing, right?
Nah.
Oh, okay,
He would go straight to the power breakers.
I would.
I'd cut the whole the line of the
Just
house.
throw your friend out of your house. Just be like, "You're not sleeping over anymore, motherfucker."
I was a big like
Get out, walk
home.
I don't want to play anymore.
When I was a little kid, if you would start beating me at a board game or something, I'd get fucking pissed. It would make me so mad. Yeah.
Unless it was your grandma teaching you about ass. You were happy to lose.
Once again, by the time I was old enough to get Scrabble, I was kind of past that. I was fine losing.
I bet you cried when you struck out, too.
I wouldn't doubt it, brother.
Yeah.
Because I only played baseball when I was real young. So I don't know.
So like 3 years
The
ago.
only memory I have of baseball is that we showed up like the first day, and for some reason we had to sit around for like a really long time waiting for like something.
Yeah, that's the sport.
No, but like it wasn't.
That's called baseball, dog.
Maybe I
That's
just wasn't
called
getting
playing
it.
baseball.
But I remember one of our coaches was a midget, and I couldn't stop staring.
Oh,
at him.
no.
I could not stop staring at it.
I'm
He did have
not
his
gonna
little
lie.
outfit
That's
on.
cruel to do to kids. That just seems
Put
fucking
him around it. That's mean.
That seems
For the
mean to
kids'
that
sake.
coach. That coach volunteered to do that
He's
shit.
doing third base coaching. He's like,
Go home! Go home! Go
That
home!
just seems cruel as shit to everybody involved.
Yeah, was
Just
your
be like,
baseball
be
team
tolerant, all right? You're 9,
I'm
right?
sensing
Just,
some very powerful spirits at this baseball diamond.
No, if you want to get the ball, you gotta get low. You gotta get under it.
Shout out, little
Just everybody's throwing it over his head.
you guys did
Hit
just
the
like a
cutoff
spot-on
man!
impression
Hit
of
the
one of my
cutoff
customers.
man!
Like, it's weird.
You got
I have a
midget
customer who's a little person.
hey,
and
coach.
She sounds exactly like you guys.
Okay,
Hey,
so
coach.
you got the voice.
hey, coach, what position did you play? Shortstop?
There you go.
Shit.
Didn't
Be a catcher and not even have to fucking squat. Can you imagine? It'd be the easiest catcher ever. My chest is strike zone. Just throw it right at my chest. We're good.
That's fucking so good.
No,
Standing catcher.
Everyone's like, no, steal second. Dude, steal second. He's not going to make the throw.
When he wants you to put it high in the strike zone, he's like, got his fucking arm up above his head.
He's got to jump a little bit.
Didn't really when David Tell gave us all guest spots, didn't he say like stop saying midget?
No, he didn't say no.
What did he say?
That's not how he said.
He just disregarded it. He just kept doing the joke. And saying, David Tell gave you some sage advice. You're like, I know better. I'm really deep.
No,
I run Tacoma, motherfucker.
He was like he was like, you know, it's he's like, I get like I like that joke, but like in New York and other places, like they'll just groan at the word midget. And he's like,
you were like,
and he's like,
we're 17 minutes away from Seattle, right? Like,
it was great though because he was like, you know, I mean, listen, dude, take it from me. I used to be the king of midget jokes.
Oh, dude. Sean Patton verified that for us.
Oh, yes, he did.
That's right.
That's out there somewhere. You can find that online.
Yeah,
What?
the greatest midget joke David Tell ever told.
Okay. Yep. We're not going to talk about it.
You ever heard that, Dubs?
I think we just made a pretty good one, but I'm not saying we're as good as David Tell.
Brother,
Standing up
we're
there
gonna
is
talk
pretty
about
fucking
it all
sick.
Dude, watching them run the bases would be so funny.
Sliding head first.
I feel like everybody's getting thrown out at that game. Like
Yes, nobody can make
really
it. Yes, if
making
you
it.
hit a ground ball, you're fucked. You have to make the
dude.
diamond smaller. if you're gonna
You
do
hit a
midget
fucking
baseball.
grounder to third, and he tries to throw you out at first, and it just like drops halfway.
Dude, but
between
no.
him and
By the
midget.
time they throw
Midget
it
just
to
catches
second and then to first, they're like halfway there. Exactly.
The game takes 3 times longer.
It's a 9-hour game.
I know, dude. We need to get another midget for Brock to box. He needs a redemption.
Yeah, that
match.
was not a fair match in any sense of it. Anyway.
No.
I'll fight Brock.
Come on.
Yo, dude.
Not
Brock
fair.
would beat the
Really
brakes
not
off
fair.
you, dude.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Give him a tune-up fight.
Brock would make you say uncle.
Uncle Brock. You gotta.
You make it say Kumite.
Well, I guess that's true. You're supposed to. Linda, don't go into the lie. Because really, you should fight Morgan to avenge Brock, but you got to beat Brock to fight her.
That'd be sick. She's like the number 1, number 2 headbands in Afro Samurai. I gotta beat the number 2 to get to the number 1.
Yeah, I'm an adult. I don't watch anime.
Shit's
Oh, we like an hour 15, dude.
Oh yeah, that's exactly where we're at.
Yeah.
Anime is a fucking game.
B-dubs, do you want to promote anything on this wretched podcast?
Just my Instagram and TikTok's at BY Comedy.
Hey,
check
So,
out.
The way we like to end this, who's your least favorite comic in the scene?
You're gonna need more time than that. It's not that I have a least favorite. You'll notice that
We'll
my
censor
thing that
it.
I do
We'll
is
censor it.
oh shit, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying any. I'll tell you afterwards.
No, dude,
who
we'll
I
censor
don't
it. Trust
know.
it. We
No,
won't
the
put it
episode
out.
ends when
Not
you
at all.
say it.
Yeah,
My least favorite comic is who haven't I seen in a while.
in the scene. It has to be a
It
logo.
has to be a person. What are the parameters? My least favorite person. My least favorite.
Shoot from the hip,
comic.
dude. Shoot from the hip, quick.
Whatever your fucking balls tell you.
I don't ever need to see
Kill your parents!